What's happening?
Not so much. Just living life, living the dream.
The legend, the icon, possibly the face of Rage in a Cage, if not one of the faces. But I would have to say he's definitely in the top two. I would say it would be you and Edwin DeWeese.
Okay.
Yeah. And the only reason I put Edwin is because he was my student, and you were like our we made it sound like a Darth Vader versus whatever, but it really wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just
It
trying
was
to
fun.
build it up.
It was fun.
So Homer, how did you hear about Rage in the
I
Cage?
gotta say something. Edwin's a great fighter, and he did a good job with him. He did look up to me at one point, but at one point we would be the same way. But I ruled for a while, and it was good that.
Not for a while. You ruled pretty much the whole way through, actually.
Well, he did a good job. I just wanted to say he's a great fighter, phenomenal fighter. When you're young back then, you're fighting, you're immature in a lot of ways, but I gotta say he's a really good fighter.
Well, one thing about you, Homer, you were unbelievable. Outside your talent, I can remember when you would just fight, drop of a dime. I mean, you would be at the weigh-ins knowing that you're not going to fight, and I believe sometimes you did, and sometimes you would have. Remember that guy I flew out? When he looked at you, he got scared and left. Cordell? Remter Cordell. Yeah, that's right. We flew him in. He walked in the weigh-ins, and he seen you. Ha! He took off. Remember?
Right. He sure did. I'll never forget that. And I was shocked because I was like, how could somebody just take off? You're there to fight, you're there to compete. Why would you run, at the last minute when you're a fighter? So it didn't make sense to me. We backed down. We ended up fighting this other guy, Corey Tugboat Timmerman, which I really didn't want to fight him. I was trying to get stronger challenges in my prime. So it was just like that nitty-gritty stuff, and I know you as a promoter didn't get that, but that's what I wanted to do. Even though I fought Corey.
Well, you know what, Homer, man, you achieved the pinnacle. You made it all the way to the UFC, and no one can ever take that away from you. Besides that, in the early stages to the medium stages to the end of Rage in the Cage, you were the face. And it was really sad for me because the last few years, I missed you, and I missed a lot of the old guys because Rage in the Cage, I would say 1 to 2 years, it actually wasn't the same.
Well, I can say
My
this.
personal opinion.
I can say this. I did go to the events, and it sure was different. Becoming a fan of the new fighters, the new generation coming up, it was hard for me because I was so conditioned to, hey, I need tickets, or I want to do this, and being all cocky and big-headed because you as a promoter had put me out there as a king, so to speak. And just walking that path and down that path, I got to say, it was great. And so, yeah, it was tough taking a seat as a fan.
Well, you really don't have to apologize to me. I think you did it off the records, but because you know what, I wasn't perfect, and we were both young. And one thing about me and you, we would have our shit talking behind each other's back, but at the end of the day,
Oh no, you're perfect in God's eyes, because you made the platform for all of us to get out there. God made it, put us together, and I was able to build a foundation off of what you put out there. And I didn't see it in the beginning, but Rage in the Cage became so popular that
it really was.
nobody in this state or nationwide can ever say nothing about Rage in the Cage. And I got to say you commend and say you did a fabulous job.
Remember the Glendale Arena? Those 5 shows, we were drawing like 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I thought I made it back then. That's when I thought, okay, I made it. But anyways, let's go back to the subject that you kind of cut me off on, but it's cool.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. Me and Homer, we've had our arguments, we've had our shit talking behind each other's back, but
Differences.
I think he did and I did. We always had a place of love for each other. I personally got along with you great outside rage in the kitchen. And as you know, anytime there's money involved, it can break up a lot of friendships and etc. But we made it through for almost, I don't know, 15 years, maybe more than that. I don't really remember. Considering really the only problems me and you ever had was money. That's really all it was.
Money is the root of all evil. I know it, and even though I wanted it like that, it's just because anybody wants money. But, the understanding of the path, it probably would have took me down. It could have been bad. We don't know, but if it was meant to be, it would have been. But I did get some money, and it is what it is, and I'm very grateful. The one thing that nobody can ever take from you is the platform that you set out there for me to build on and help me reach that pinnacle where people can see was in your show raising the case, so I'm grateful for that. And that's just being a humble man and with gratitude and being grateful that God has helped you.
Man, Homer, I haven't seen you in a long time, and this Homer, man, that I'm talking to, I'm not used to it, man, but but it's all good. I'll tell you what, man, this guy right here, I can honestly say, he's incredible in so many ways. He's so talented. I've seen you do things that blows my mind. I'll never forget. Gonna like this one. When we were at the Harley Davidson show, and I was on the microphone, you came up to me. You remember what I said?
You said, I can't remember exactly, but
I said this to you. I said, "Hey man, where's your white girl at?" Oh man, it's one thing about me and Homer. We would always, one way or another, we laughed a lot.
Well, we had inside jokes, and so he was always serious a lot of times. So
During the show.
Yeah, during the shows and stuff. And so when he said that, it threw me off the limit, off the rocker, because I was like, wow, he threw a joke at me, and most of the time he's so focused in what he's doing. And so, yeah, I remember laughing at it after a while, but yeah, Roland's always been a character and always meant well. And like I said, a lot of people out there, he took on a role that's very tough. I remember competing and having that role as a fighter, so I can only imagine as a promoter what
Well, a fighter and a promoter, a lot of people don't know this, but they're both in a fight. Right. You're in a fight for physically or health and money. Mine is strictly money. Yeah. And I never had any investors. I was by myself, and I did the best I can. Now that I'm older now, I look back and reflect, and of course there'll be a lot of things, or some things I would have changed, but one thing I wouldn't change is all the good times we had. Not just me and you, but all of us. And I think near the end, I felt bad for the legends like yourself and the OGs, the pioneers of MMA, because I felt guilty because I didn't know how to give you guys that platform, knowing that you guys were near the end of the career. You guys really didn't make any money. As you know, it's a thankless job. People only care about you when you're that guy. And I remember the last few years when you guys weren't really coming around, maybe because maybe you didn't want to fight anymore. It broke my heart. It really did.
Let me interject on something. The fact of the matter is that the greatest thing is right here, right now, today, Roland, Serena, and I are here during this interview, and that's because this man right here got a hold of me and made this happen. This is the platform that he's rebuilding and redirecting, and now, it's great because, when you graduate, there's a lot of clapping hands and going on and stuff like that. And I gotta say, he's graduated, and I'm clapping my hands because it feels great because the platform is coming back, and not only that, but it looks like it's going to be a lot better. And the feeling I'm getting for him, if you're a fighter and you're out there, just just be ready for some good things to happen.
Well, no, I appreciate those kind words. You know, Homer, you probably are not aware of this. I knew you in your 20s, 30s, 40s. Are you 50 now?
No, I'm not in my 50s yet.
How old are you now?
48.
Okay.
I started with you when I think I was 28.
It's crazy. It's insane. I think I was 30, I don't know what I was, 37, 38. I can't believe I'm 57 years old now. It kind of scares me. I mean, I gotta.
But you look, well, you look good, and I know, like, there's always controversy. You can't make everybody happy. There was times, I remember you used to tell me I used to, down in town, that I was on the ground, and I was like, but I love wrestling, every sport, love it, but, I did, have hands. I just didn't have that much practice with them because of the things that I was going through as far as gyms and things like that, and other things. But we won't go into that.
Well, you know what, man? You were young. You were a stud. You were a celebrity. You're always going to have a lot of distractions. From partying, girls, whatever the case is.
I got surrounded, in some areas by the wrong people, and I'm very grateful that what I've been through, what I went through, I got exonerated. You were just being attacked, and one of the greatest things that has happened to me is this man right here, because he's took my life to a platform where people recognize me everywhere I go, no matter where I go in the world. From Tito Ortiz to Ken Rock, Frank Rock, all those people know me through raising the craziness because this man right here came out there and made it happen.